Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, MTV and the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show.
I had some friends that, tried to say, oh, Jackass, historians are gonna look back on this and this is what changed everything. Those people need to be taken in the back and shot. Stupid.
For Jackass, I was working for the skateboard magazine Big Brother, which it pretty much was a magazine form of Jackass. And, God, you guys already know this shit.
Before Jackass, I was a commercial actor. I was also on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
Before Jackass, I was just skateboarding, going on tours with skateboard companies and stuff.
I was skateboarding, and you were working in an auto body shop.
Yeah.
I was working in this shitty little circus in this flea market in Florida.
And I was just writing for magazines and doing TV commercials.
I was running a skateboard magazine called Big Brother. And that really is the roots of Jackass, because we started making videos. A lot of the bits we shot for the videos went straight into the first season of Jackass. And that's where I met just about everybody that's on Jackass was through Big Brother, so.
Jackass is just like, take CKY videos and Big Brother videos and...
Right. But even meeting Bam through CKY was through Big Brother.
Yeah.
Basically, I had this camera, and we were filming...
It's a new contraption.
Shut up! I got this camera in high school, and I was filming me and my skater friends, but being you suck at skating, I just filmed you do stupid things, and it ended up being funny, and then next thing you know, Jeff Tremaine sees it, and he wants to make a pilot called Jackass.
So I called Spike Jones up. I grew up with Spike, and told him I think I have an idea for a TV show, and he got all excited about it, and we went and pitched it to a bunch of places and ended up at MTV. That's the short version of it, and that's basically what happened.
How did I get into Jackass?
Yeah, how did you?
I went to an open casting call, 5,000 people. I ate 4 bananas with the peels on.
And they knew you were a star.
Yeah, I got a call back, and then, well, I don't want to talk about what I did to actually get the part, but I'll just say I got it.
I went to juvenile hall. I was kind of a bad kid, and that's where I met up with Jeff Tremaine and Johnny Knoxville.
I used to call Tremaine every day, dude, for months on end, just trying to get like a picture in the magazine. Then overnight, boom, take out the skateboard, you got an MTV show. Fuck yeah.
No, we actually got Steve-O out of a circus inside a flea market in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and he was a clown. Oof. Oof. My goodness, what a sad clown he was. He would come out and skateboard and ollie over the thing and blow fire and jump from a ladder. Kids were just horrified. They ran out of there crying.
Let's just say the kids that were in the audience didn't like me, and Chris didn't like me even more.
Well, I liked you actually the first day I met you, but then by the next morning, I hated you.
What Steve-O does is he drinks for like 2 days straight, and then he just goes to bed for 2 days, and then he wakes up and does the same exact thing. That's what he does.
I mean, I'm talking if I could get in a time machine and go back and hang out with that dude, I would be ditching him too, man, dude. I know I used to be a really annoying fucker, but whatever, dude. Dude, now I'm funny, huh?
She's so funny.
I think we're all trying to be center stage, and somebody is, and then we want to be up there too, and we do something dumb. And I think that's Aaron's worst habit too. That's why he gets it the worst.
The first time I ever met my sidekick, Aaron.
I'm not your sidekick anymore.
Well, yeah, and he wasn't when I met him either, but then I recruited him on.
Anybody who calls himself Danger Aaron, and then like his slogan is safety first.
What do I say every time? Safety first. Safety first.
Safety first, that's like something fucking Mr. Rogers says, like, stop that, like.
Talk about spraying a pussy. That guy sprayed his pussy constantly. He should have wore a dress instead of a jumpsuit.
I mean, I like him, but Danger Aaron, I mean, you gotta lose that name, and you gotta lose the elbow pads too, because it's ridiculous.
I don't get as much respect sometimes as I'd like, but I probably don't deserve it anyways, because I'm, like I said, one of the most annoying people you'll ever meet.
Tremaine is the only one who graduated college. That's why he's the director.
I wouldn't say I have a directing style, sort of hit and run. My goal is to get good footage. To get good footage, you know, they gotta really push it. So they all hate me.
Yeah, that train is a piece of shit.
Jeff Tremaine likes bad stuff to happen.
Let me quote him. Jeff Tremaine said, I don't want to kill you, I just want to hurt you.
He's a good director. I can't wait till people talk about him like Spielberg.
Jeff was famous for never being around for any, like, stunt that could go severely wrong in the beginning. When I got hit by the car, you mysteriously weren't there.
I kind of refer to Jeff as like a father to me. You know, I say like sort of like, you know, my gay father. You know, and that's not to say that I don't love my own dad. I absolutely do, but it's just like Jeff and I, you know, like kind of have the same thing we're passionate about. When we, you know, we genuinely love hurting me and filming it. You know.
See this shot on a shoestring budget. The budget was this big. It was lots of money though. They figured out, like, you know, they got, usually when you think of lots of money, you think of just like a truckload of cash. We just did this new kind of money they came out with, just really small. So the budget was really small, but it was lots of money.
It definitely has a very small budget because, or they just don't pay me very well. I'm hoping they have a small budget.
Really, for the TV show, like, I don't think anybody really made dick. What we were getting paid in was exposure and fame.
Actually, I think I owe MTV money. They pay so shitty.
People made millions of dollars off of us, no doubt. But they made a monster out of me. And I just broke out of the lab, and I'm doing my own shit now, you know? So it's like, it's all worth it, man. You pay your dues, and then, you know, you win in the end.
Chris Pontius is the best Jackass ever lived. I don't think there's anyone else there that's quite got that brand of humor that he has. He's really
he's
the
hilarious.
best. He's the best one.
He's most mellow and
Chris-
the smartest.
You're talking while I'm trying to talk.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think my favorite cast member is myself. I'm not like an egotist or something, but to what I think is funny, I do what I think is funny. If I thought like running around like the meter maid fairy was funny, I'd go act like Aaron McGeehee.
Bless you.
And if I thought like beating up my parents was funny, I'd go, you know, strangle my dad or something.
Yeah,
Chester Rumble! You like that? Yeah!
I'm quitting the show.
I wish I had a good relationship with my family as he does with them, for sure. And I know that he absolutely loves his dad, and his dad loves him to death.
His father, like from the age he was 12, not only drove him to the skate park every day, but stayed with him and followed him around with a video camera, and then drove him back.
They're the sweetest people on the planet. Every time we go to Philly, she cooks for us, cleans up after us, and he just puts her through complete hell.
I think the older parents are just like, you're so mean to your dad. Dude, he loves that shit, man. Like, you know, he grew up in this bad part of town. He just rant and rave about all these Chester Rumbles that he got in, and now he's a baker. He doesn't get an adrenaline flow, so I got to make it happen.
Like, Bam will attack his dad, but if Bam attacks me, I throw him on the ground.
Bam never liked us, by the way.
The old days pretty much have so much soul to them, I think, because we didn't know what we were doing at all. So a lot of my favorite stunts would be in that first season where we just had no idea. We had no sense of production or anything. We just said, well, let's go do this. And you won't see a lot of things we shot for the first season because of our production
Production, yada, yada,
ignorance.
yada.
I think the best stunts that we do in the movie or the TV show are the ones that you think of but you would never want to do. Like you think of something that just you would hate to do, and that's when you know it's a really good stunt.
Preston, he's like the main writer of the whole show. I wouldn't doubt that he's a genius. He comes up with ideas for everybody.
Yeah, I put together a list of ideas, and then we'll get together, and Dimitri and Jeff, and Dimitri has an amazing way of making them better every time.
We get the ideas for a stunt and like write like a basic statement for it, you know, and then we go out and like the stunt takes its own, like whatever happens in it. A lot of it's just spontaneous though.
They'll have a list of ideas, but if we end up finding something else, we'll just film something else. And the fact that we don't have to light anything, it could just happen right now. Like, Jermaine, I think I want to jump off of this into the pool. Let's do it.
You just go with it. You know, if something terrible happens to you, hopefully it'll be good to watch later. There is a lot of spontaneity, but
there are safety concerns that we do actually really take serious. Because you got to protect these guys from themselves a lot of the time.
In order to get to that spontaneous point, it usually comes out of a setup bit where we've sat down and wrote it and got it approved and got some props and stuff. And then stuff spins off of that.
And a lot of footage gets shot down for that very reason. So you wind up with like really a lot of our best stunts like never even saw the light of day. You know, like when we really kill ourselves the most, that's the footage that the censors get so like picky about. So I mean, there's just, it breaks my heart, man, how much stuff that nobody got to see.
We had a guy come who professionally chokes people out.
That was another bad idea.
And it was gnarly. And Knoxville was the first one, and he fell back, and his eyes were still open, shaking, and we're like looking at him thinking, this isn't cool, you know? And then he wakes up, and when you do it, it takes you, like, you're completely knocked out into like dreams. And he woke up thinking he was like a child. Yeah.
And they did it twice, because the first time they didn't film it right. That happens a lot on this show.
Yeah, that was the charm of the show, right? The shitty filming.
Yeah.
Well, we're not the most professional crew that ever was put together, but that's what makes it Jackass, you know? Like,
People love that home video effect. If it was filmed with a 35mm camera, it wouldn't be as funny.
Now look at it, they got 3 cameras on us, they're all pro. Oh wow, we really learned a lot over the years.
What's this thing that has legs? Let's use that. What is that? A tripod?
What were some of your favorite moments while filming for Jackass?
My favorite moment is listening to you
No,
say
you gotta
those
address the
words.
question.
The question sucks so bad. My favorite moment is listening to you actually read it.
day one of shooting, we got Knoxville all ready to jump the LA River on roller skates. And he completely landed right in the river. That's what you wanted to happen, really. But he blew out his ankle first shoot. So that whole first season, he's in a big cast. The rest of every other shoot, he's at Olympics. So if you see him like doing sumo or bikini or all these other things, he's got a cast on his foot.
Yeah, one night we were driving in the van and I wrote a skit. I didn't write it on paper, I wrote it in my mind, and I wrote it with my mouth to the other people in the van, and it was a mistake, because I said, it wouldn't be funny if you ate all the ingredients to an omelet and then puked it up and cooked it and then ate it. And apparently everyone thought it was a good idea, because when I woke up in the morning, there was a makeshift kitchen, and everyone had to wear hazmat suits, and including the famous Johnny Knoxville, who I don't think he usually wears a hazmat suit. And
He looks good in it, though.
Yeah, he did.
I was actually starstruck when Brad Pitt just comes into the fucking van with a monkey suit on, and I'm in one as well, and I'm just like, this is fucked up, dude. Like, this is weird. This would never happen. Like, how did this work out, man?
Someone was somebody to make that happen.
That was weird, really.
That was a cool day.
Yeah,
Because
that
he
was
just
really
showed
cool.
up by himself,
And just fit right in, like, you know, like.
jumped in the van with everyone, and was just cool, you know?
And I thought it was the stupidest idea. I'm like, we got Brad Pitt for a day, and you guys are putting him in a goddamn monkey suit. What's the matter with you? Show his face, man, you know? Because then everybody's just gonna think that he's just some guy in a bear suit, and it damn well could have been.
When Brad Pitt came to film and I didn't get invited, that was awesome. Did you know we went to rival high schools? Yeah.
I didn't get invited either.
I know. Thanks, Jeff.
The thing I'm probably most proud of, and is the most famous thing I ever did on Jackass, was Party Boy.
A few more pumps and Party Boy will be ready to go to work. Party Boy was actually born in England. Right when I got there, my friend gave me this G-string that he got at some charity thrift store type place. And he wore it, and he had never even washed it. And God knows what kind of a freak was wearing that beforehand. And I had a bow tie and some cufflinks and stuff. And then Knoxville was taking a shower, so I just jumped in and did a striptease for him. And that's how Party Boy got born.
I think God wrote that idea. It just came to me from the sky.
Being Party Boy gives you a special power. Like, you're never, ever gonna get beaten up as Party Boy. Because no matter how, like, mean and tough you are, when the man just rips off his clothes in front of you, like, you don't want to have anything to do with it.
And people nowadays, sometimes kids come up to me and sneak up on me and like, hey, like, do you want to party? And they'll like take their clothes off and start dancing for me. And I want nothing to do with it. I'm just like,
Dude, you know how
and
many
it's like,
people-
how's it feel, Party Boy? How's it feel? It feels horrible.
I'm most proud of the skit, Blind Driver, because I wrote that, but somehow it edited to make it look like Jeff actually wrote it. So I'm pretty proud of that one. But I got to run over Dave England
How do
and
you-
pretend like I'm blind.
How do you edit things to make it look like someone else wrote it?
No, I don't
Weird.
know. But no,
I like the time. The best time I've ever had with you was when we did the kayak thing. I'd never been in
yeah.
a kayak before, and we were in the streets of Portland, Oregon, and we were in the kayaks. And we had a good time, and we were being friendly to each other. Like
Yeah, it was the first time we actually got along.
yeah.
Like, we were like partners instead of me being his little sidekick guy, right?
The stunt that I'm most proud of, but it was so quick, was when I was power sliding down that hill in Ridley in that park, and I clipped your feet because you had the skis on, and I just went flying right to my head. That was so unplanned, but it hurt, and it's funny. Your best one is jumping in that shit tank.
Yeah, shit tank. The water treatment plant.
It was pure shit, and you jumped into it, and there was no shower, like, for miles.
I didn't shower the rest of the day.
He claims that he didn't even shower for a week after that. And I believe him.
Remember when I had to draw the lady at the beach, and she was, it was her 90th birthday, and her two 60-something-year-old daughters took her to Venice Beach to, treat her, and I was posing like I was a street artist that would draw your portrait, and I drew her like with these saggy tits, and I wrote slut above it, and she was just taking this big steamy pile of shit, and she was laughing. She was 90, it was her 90th birthday. She was just cracking up, and her two conservative daughters were just like, oh, this is an outrage.
Hands down, my favorite moment while filming for Jackass was the Playgirl Pontius when I was taking my glamour shots to get into Playgirl.
When I shot those pictures, I wanted to have an erection while they were taking the pictures of me, and I knew with all the pressure I wouldn't be able to get one. So I went to the doctor in the morning, and I told him that I couldn't get hard. And so he prescribed me Viagra, and I took like 3 before the shot started.
And then the Viagra kicked in. And they told me to go in the shed and get aroused. So then all of a sudden,
Yeah, they told you to.
out
No,
of the shed doors
they told
comes
you to.
my wiener, fully hard. Knoxville, who was a pitcher in high school,
Oh, yeah, college fucking NCAA shit.
throws the tennis ball as hard as he can, and I felt the felt of the tennis ball graze my wiener.
So close.
And if it would have smashed it, I don't know if I'd be with you today.
Well-
I definitely would have killed myself because the thing wouldn't have worked. So anyway, so Knoxville's like, why don't you finish yourself off? So I lay down on the sun chair, and I was just totally focused.
After completion, and he was still a mess and half-cocked, he gets up out of the lawn chair and runs around, tries to hug everyone, and he misses getting me by this much, and that was easily the most frightened I've ever been on filming Jackass.
Maybe if you would have powdered the zits on your ass, Playgirl would have fucking accepted you.
No, they did accept me. But
Did they?
yeah, but the money wasn't right.
My favorite bit of Jackass is Steve-O doing the goldfish in Florida. Just because we just started Jackass, and we were going to do some other half-ass bit, and his car broke down.
I don't
This
remember.
beater of a car.
We just kidnapped him from his flea market circus. And we started driving, and all of a sudden the car broke down in, like, I don't know, some little Haitian ghetto.
We were like sitting there, what do we do? And Steve was like, I don't know, go get some goldfish.
Yeah.
You know, it just came up that way, and it was really good how it evolved.
Goldfish,
You're
dude.
such a kook.
No, the goldfish. Like, I worked in a flea market circus. And plus, I was so nervous, Knoxville had to introduce. He goes, I'm Johnny Knoxville, this is Steve-O, he's gonna do the gold. Because I couldn't even utter the words. Unfucking believable how bad I've been as a talent. When that plays on TV the next day, boom. I'm still annoying, but getting major meat socket. My life changed overnight, dude, when the goldfish aired.
Which stunt did the absolute physical Which stunt did the most damage to you?
Maybe in February when we did the bucket cars and I broke my tailbone, and then we get an x-ray of my cock, which was extra small.
You can see poop in it too. It's like a little dinky dick on top of poop.
Like, MTV doesn't let you jump off of like 3 stories, but they'll show my x-ray dick. It was so embarrassing that I just had to let it go.
Oh God!
Really?
How could you not let it go? That was amazing.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. Well, my worst one was when I broke my wrist. Did they air the gay rollerblading? No, that was
No.
on CKY.
Yeah.
Well, Dunn would just sit down in a chair and like all of a sudden he had a concussion. You're like,
We had this slingshot chair, and everybody was getting shot and launched because of their weight. And I got on it, everybody pulled it back, and it started lifting up, and it fucking caught me in the cables, and I fell over. Everybody thought I was gonna be like all tangled up in the thing.
The one stunt that injured me the most was blindfolded skateboarding. Dumbass puts a blindfold on and goes skateboarding and drops it on a vert ramp.
And he dropped in on it blindfolded on a skateboard. Just like a dumb shit.
Breaks his arm. Breaks my arm. What an asshole.
Fucking red wagon, dude. You know, you scrape a layer of skin off your ass, then every time you get up off a seat, you gotta peel your underwear off. It's just like 2 weeks of just misery, as opposed to butt piercing. Over. Pain is cool when it doesn't last that long.
And Red Wagon wasn't even that memorable of a
I know,
thing,
dude.
like-
It was complete horse crap.
The most hurt I ever got filming the show was on Gumball Rally. I got in the shopping cart,
And I
Steve
shoved
pushes
him
me
down.
over like this big flight of stairs, and I just go flying.
And he can't even walk properly down a flight of stairs for like 6 months after that went down. He's like, my knee is jacked. Like, that was a very long-lasting injury.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know, Knoxville has done a really good job of like putting like his chips on the right square.
Yeah.
As far as like taking a blow, like when it really counted.
Johnny Knoxville rules. It's seriously, there's no question why he's the face of the show.
I actually have lost one of my testicles. And so like right then, I mean, even though I didn't feel it, it didn't hurt one little bit. I just knew right then I maybe better watch it. I figured out how to show my ball without showing you my dick though.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. The other one was chopped off.
Fuck it, man. You know, if you ask me, like, I'll go through even more pain by far, as long as I don't have to work some crappy job, you know? Like, talk about the pain that you cause for your soul when you know you hate your fucking job, you know? You can put some staples in me, man, because I love my job because it makes people happy.
We finally found a stunt that Steve-O wouldn't do, which I find is the greatest accomplishment of anything I've ever done, is finding something that he wouldn't do, because he's pretty stupid. He'll do just about anything.
Steve-O did back out of a stunt, maybe wisely.
The only time, dude. The only time, dude.
The stunt that I wanted to back out of the most was that one where Tremaine wanted us to put a cell phone up our ass and receive a cell phone call. And I think everybody backed out of that one.
At that point, they weren't really making phones that small because this is like 3-4 years ago. So
Yeah,
like,
but it's funnier if it's a big phone.
that's why it became that idea, but it became a little unrealistic. So we had to compromise and make it a car. And
That's no compromise.
well, I thought I could really bully Steve-O into it. And so I'm working on, come on, oh, like, you just got to do it.
But Steve-O called his dad and told him about it, and his dad was very disappointed.
He said, oh no. Like in a way that just,
He drinks wine out of a dude's ass crack, but he can't put a car up his ass.
Yeah, some boys have morals.
And then Dunn walked through the door, magically, just happened to be in town, walked into the meeting. And I'm like, hey, Dunn, Steve-O won't shove a car up his ass. He's like, oh, like, you got to do it. He's like, well, I mean, it's got to get done. So if I'm the last person, it has to happen. So he really threw himself on the grenade and
Yeah, took one for the team.
made it happen.
I wanted to back out of the car my ass, but I didn't.
You liked it, probably.
Well, I got a car collection now.
She'll never look at little toy cars or Ryan Dunn the same ever again after watching the bit.
I didn't really back out of any stunts or skits, but a lot of my skits got shut down because they were stupid. They sucked. And they just weren't going to be funny because I'm not very funny. It's like, I think I'm funny.
The only thing I backed out of that I regret was in the movie. It was the alligator on the tip bite. Dimitri came up to me, he had a camera and a little baby alligator. He's like, let it bite your nipple. I'm like, nah. Next thing you know, Knoxville does it and he gets a free poster out of it, everything, all this. I was like, shit.
I also wanted to back out of the BMX joust because getting a joust, doesn't that hurt?
Yeah,
it hurts. I didn't want to do it.
I backed out of France.
When he gets drunk, he turns into a person everyone calls Darf. When he turns into Darf, it's just bad news.
Right after Gumball, we go to Paris and Dave England meets us there. And the first night out, he's all giggly and thinks it'd be funny if he just shits on my doorknob.
It was funny.
I was trying to make friends with Bam, that guy. and to like impress him, I wiped my caca. I took a shit, and then I took the caca and rubbed it all over Jeff Tremaine's doorknob.
So I go home, I'm a little bit drunk, and I grab the doorknob and like, oh no. And, you know, I got shit all over my hands, so I went in and washed my hands and sort of figured out who did it pretty quick, because I could hear them giggling down the hall, and I knew it was Dave. And stupidly, Dave goes, from there, they go out and leave. So I go straight to Dave England's room, knock on the door. Gooch was staying with him at the time, so Gooch gladly opens the door. And at first, I just stood over Dave's suitcase, trying to take a crap into it. I'm like, just trying to force one out, but I just couldn't get it to go out. But luckily, all that pushing made me have to pee, so I just filled his whole bag with urine.
And I returned home, and my bag, which was zipped up because we were leaving to Amsterdam, was unzipped and wet, and including the stuffed animals I'd bought for my daughter. And I'm like, what is this? And I was sharing a room with Gooch, and I'm like, Gooch, what is this? And he wakes up and he goes, Tremaine pissed in your bag. So I just fucking went straight to the airport. I'm like, fuck this whole shit. Called up Amsterdam and canceled all the hotel reservations for the rest of the guys, because like, if I'm not gonna have fun, no one should.
But he just leaves.
I just got up
Like,
and
you
left.
can't shit on a guy's doorknob and not expect to get something back, especially Jeff.
I don't think that things have ever been the same between me and what's-his-face since.
It's a great story.
I would back out of any stunt that had to do with cold weather or cold water or shooting in Florida. I just really wasn't interested in shooting while we were in Florida. I had things to do, bars to go to. Jeff even yelled at me a couple times. We had a couple screaming matches in Miami.
It's the only 2 fights we ever had. We were both in Florida, I think.
Yeah. Dude, you're picking partying over drinking.
A hangover is never an excuse to be late for work.
And, you know, in hindsight, he's right, but I was having the time of my life.
We're trying to film footage all day long, dude. Stunts all day long. As soon as we get done, we're trying to get drunk all night. As soon as we get done with that, then we're trying to get laid until the morning. And then it's like all over again. So, I mean, we're working on 0 sleep.
Even if you didn't go out, like say there was one night where you just felt like, oh, I'm gonna go to sleep, because I know, like for some reason the hotel there would just they gave us a whole wing of the hotel. And it was like a nightclub every night.
We got the minibar pried open. We're drinking beers. There's a couch floating in the pool on fire, and Dave England's naked. Can I have a room for a night? You have any vacancies? Yeah, sure. Check it in. It's over there. Oh my God! Like, who would ever stay in that place?
The boys acted worse when the cameras went off. Jeff.
I mean, I just feel like I'm betraying any of you if I tell any of these stories.
The funniest moments from Jackass, to me, were just driving in the vans on the way to the location as people are just ripping farts, like bare-ass farts on people's faces. It was so disgusting at the time, but it's fucking hilarious when I think about it now. I've seen so many beanbags and assholes in people's faces in those vans filming Jackass.
You know, if you go to sleep, like someone's gonna put their dirty underwear in your face, or like put their butt in your face, like really put their butt right in your face, like maybe touch it.
My worst experience ever, we were in Pennsylvania, and I fell asleep in the van, and Ryan Dunn was sitting behind me and gave me one of the most vicious rusty hooks. And a rusty hook is where he stuck his finger up his butt and then reached over the seat and just clawed me and pulled me back with the poopy finger. But not only like that, he had a long fingernail, so he like scratched my gums as he's pulling it back, and
the poop right into an open wound.
Right into open. It's just horrible. And he is not the cleanest person I've ever met.
Yeah, you sleep with one ear open in the Jackass travels for sure.
Someone has a masturbation problem, and he makes it everyone's problem. You'll be in a van with 10 other guys, and if you hear a that means he's going at it in the back seat. And no one wants to sit in front of him or behind him or around him, because you'll get dirty.
We completely demolished a rental car inside and out. We thought it was a rental car, but it was just some old guy who was lending us his van. Oh, I felt like such a dick. Steve-O didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he didn't care at all. As a matter of fact, he wanted to do it more.
Didn't he actually end up buying that vehicle?
Did he? Oh yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
he did.
I think we all chipped in or something.
No, I blew that off.
Oh.
They asked for money. I sent him a bum check.
You blew it off?
No, I sent him a bum check.
Oh, cool.
I didn't have any money in my account.
You know, a lot of times we just think of these little ways to fuck with each other. You know, for a while it was cattle prods, and we always had, you know, someone always brought the cattle prod to the bar, even though there's no cameras around. And that's when the best, like, for a while it was peeing on each other.
At night, you have to put a towel underneath the bottom of your hotel door, because you never know who's gonna come home wasted and just fully close you out with a fire extinguisher.
Then the hair clippers. We run around with hair clippers, and everyone, the whole crew, had big bald patches, and you know, it's just a lot of times the cameras aren't rolling. You know, most of the time the cameras aren't rolling, but the pranks are still going on.
Were you pretty happy when Bam tried to on you in London?
You know, Bam shouldn't really get credit for that. As far as the best effort made was someone else sitting next to me. We're on the press junket for Jackass the movie all through Europe, and our early on joke was, "All right, you're getting on tonight," and you know, you think that's a hollow threat. You know, you just think, "Oh yeah, of course." So I wanted to check my email, so I go into his room to check my email, and all of a sudden I hear these footsteps coming, and I just look up. He is fully intending on on me. So luckily the bathroom was like 6 feet away, where I just did a full dive, somehow shut the door and locked my foot against it and got the door locked. And
and then I laid outside the bathroom door and tried to get myself back to that point, and you were completely helpless.
Completely helpless, and you did finish.
Only when I finished did you come out.
Oh, God.
Or when you're in the back of we were in London and we're coming in from, I think, Dublin, and we're driving in a van, and Jeff was always good for falling asleep. And so he was sleeping in the back of the van, and I was like, Bam, go on, Jeff.
Oh, my God.
And so Bam gets over Jeff, and he's over Jeff, and he's just killing it right in front of Jeff, and Jeff's sleeping away. And right as it got good to Bam, Bam's scarf falls and hits Jeff in the face, kind of brushes his face, so Jeff wakes up to feeling something on his face, and Bam doing this, so he thought he got on.
Yeah.
And he came up
Completely
swinging,
horrified,
obviously.
but I did get a sweet punch to Bam's raw dick. That's as horrible as it ever got. This is one of the most annoying things about Jackass. I have to sit like this. I used to work like this. I used to just do everything one-handed. I always have a hand covering my nuts, because
Yeah, you got to be on guard.
Because everyone is a dick.
Yeah.
You're not safe around anybody.
A mousetrap on the ear, a hit to the balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
see what I'm saying? Like,
Cordell.
That's the sound guy.
Cordell is a dick.
You know what I mean? You know, plane rides in general are always some of the most exciting things with these guys, because one of them is always going to sort of fuck up on the airplane, and it's usually Pontius. Pontius or Steve-O are the two worst.
Both of us really bad on airplanes.
One time, we were on an airplane, and I went to take like a sleeping pill so I could sleep through the flight.
Which was legitimately prescribed to him.
I should actually say one time, but this particular time. And I took it a little too early. And so I'm getting on the plane, and I'm like this. They're like, is he on drugs? And I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, I don't need a drink.
He's kind of looking at me like one eye is going that way and one eye's straight, and he's calling me Jimmy. He's like, Jimmy. And I'm like, what the just go.
I spilled the wine all over my shirt, and then I took my shirt off and stood up, and everyone's looking at me. I'm like, what? You're not comfortable with the male body?
Pontius usually can't make it to the restroom on an airplane. He's content with just going wherever he's standing or sitting.
Well, I've seen him make it to the restroom. He just decided not to go in and turn his back to the restroom, but still act as if he was in the restroom.
He was in front of a couple, and he was talking to this couple too, and then he just looks at him and just starts pissing all down his leg, and the woman's sitting in her seat going, ding, 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 trying to get the stewardess.
So there's all these newspapers laid out right after, like all around the front of the toilet, like it was like a dog. And right after that, he went and curled up with this dude. There was an empty seat next to this guy who was sleeping, and he just snugged up with him, all piss covered.
They come up to me, they're like,
yeah, you're using the guy next to you as a pillow, dude. They kicked you out.
And they're like, did he take anything? And he's like, Steve-O goes, yeah, and so did I, but we swallowed it before we even got on the plane,
know,
so
but
it's perfectly legal.
It's not on us, it's in us.
As the plane's taking off, I'm sleeping. Steve-O goes pee in a cup.
It's like pouring
Films the plane taking off, then pans to me.
That pans my
to his
wiener.
pee, throws the pee all over me.
Yes.
I got up to get off the plane before it even landed. And then when I was getting off the plane, like I was seeing 2 of everybody. It was a mess.
Let's just say if there was a show about Jackass when we're done with work, when the cameras aren't rolling, that would be amazing.
I mean, we were only on the air 9 months in America, and then I quit, which was good because it's better to be around a shorter time than a longer time, and plus it left us with such a backlog of ideas to do for the movie.
This movie made it so we get free insurance. I was paying an outlandish amount of money, and then all of a sudden, you know, this movie came along, and now I don't pay anything.
And then from then on, I knew in my mind, like for when we did the swimming with the hammerhead sharks, which was really gnarly, it wasn't like, how could I do it? I was just like thinking, how could they be letting me do it, you know? Like I'm down whatever they let me do, because I know they'll pay for, you know, they'll pay for my injuries, so I'm down to get hurt really bad. Now I can pay for my injuries too, because now I'm making a lot of money. So, you know, the stunts will get uglier.
You know, we kind of just all decided to push it further everyone had the same sort of attitude towards the film, and it's just, let's take it all the way.
It was #1 movie. It was almost #1 movie the second week, too.
So we got a better response in London than we did in the U.S. There's a lot more people, a lot more energy, so yeah, we're excited.
When we went to London, that was pretty awesome. That was like, I felt, and in Ireland, like, I felt like I was a member of the Beatles. Everyone was trying to claw at us from the crowd, and they had barriers, and I've never felt more important in all my life.
What was that for?
That was it was the premiere of the movie in Ireland, and we went to, and I don't think they invited
You went to a
Aaron.
premiere in Ireland?
Yeah, you didn't get invited. And London, too.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
People from the UK are fantastic. This was the best premiere.
Yeah,
like,
it was a hot premiere,
it was
man.
great. Like,
yeah.
everybody
The
was-
reactions, like everybody, like just the fans, to see it, like, they're rabid here, man. I like it.
They were like, this is the strangest premiere we've been to. And I'm like, what do you mean? It looks pretty normal to me. And they're like, no, excuse me, at British premieres, people don't pull their pants down and have their tallies out and all this. And I'm like, wait a minute, really?
And one girl told me, I was leaving a bar, and she said, well, you know, you should come back here. I'll give you a And so, like, I got proposition. I called my wife up. This girl said she'll give me a
I didn't think it'd be as big as it is. I knew it was going to be popular, but not this popular. I didn't think everywhere we went, someone from 2 to 80 would recognize us.
Who doesn't want to see somebody get kicked in the nuts or get pushed full-blown in a shopping cart into a curb? It's funny. You could be an auto body worker, you could be an old lady. It's funny.
I don't know, it's, I got no problem with how things turned out.
The question's not for me, that's for him.
Everyone complains about, like, if they become famous, how horrible it is. Shut up. You know? Fucking people have real problems. Being famous is not a problem.
Sometimes in public, people think that we like to be like slapped and have beer thrown on us and stuff like that. But
I got my ass kicked by some Mexican gangsters at a titty bar. The dude just says, man, you wanted to be on TV, man. You asked for it, now you're gonna get it. Sit the fuck down, S.A. And then I was just like, got beaten up.
The good thing about getting recognized really is like the little things, like flying into LA or Chicago or fucking London, wherever, and just walking up to some bar with some big line and they're just like, yo man, come on in. Well, I got fucking 20 people with me, dude. Like, bring it on. It's just like, awesome.
See, that works for you, but like I usually, like I get comp drinks all the time, so I get to drink for free all the time. But at the only bar I go to, which my best friend owns, I owe $4,800. So how does that work?
Chris Wyans is kind of a hermit, to tell the truth, you know? And I mean, like, the way it works with this guy is like, he doesn't even want to be famous. He hasn't done anything really, like, professionally in Hollywood or whatever that, like, didn't happen by accident and someone, like, pulled him by the hair to get him to do it. He hates being famous, you know? Like,
I don't hate being famous, but I'm kind of a hippie, you know? I like to go...
real, you know, kind of a private dude, you know, unlike myself.
Oh, another thing that's good is you meet richer people who have private jets and they just let you fly to Vegas on their private jet with your buddies. That's awesome.
Yeah, first class don't suck.
Suddenly you become very handsome once you get on TV. And
I never used to think I was good looking, you know, until I was on TV.
I know.
And then I was like, you know, not good looking, but I was on TV, you know? But pillaging.
Does being on TV get you laid? Yes. There you go. I got this all day. All day.
Real quality chicks, huh?
Oh, slags.
I've been with some women that like weren't the most attractive at all. Like actually, you have to be pretty crazy to
Just a
be
chick.
around them. And I've actually like in my mind like been all like stoked for her, you know, that she
Oh,
got
yeah.
to be with like a famous person.
It's like the girl shows up, and then Chris sees her. She is so ugly. So it's so bad that he's just like looking to the bros like, I'm gonna do it. Me too, man. I've done that shit a bunch of times.
I think that if anything, I've had more dudes, you know, hit on me, like, and I've gone for it, you know, checked out that scene.
Have I been smart with my money? Sort of. Half and half.
You bought a house, didn't you, or some
Yeah,
property?
I own the tallest building in Sarcoxy, Missouri.
I don't handle the money. My wife handles the money, so she's smart with it. Me, I just spend it on drinks for my friends.
Steve-O's been really wise with all the money he's made.
Yeah, I spent
For
it all on my
example,
teeth.
His teeth, this shiny watch. What'd your dad say to you when you showed off your shiny bezel to him?
I go, Dad, I got your watch except with diamonds on it. And he goes, my homophobia kicks in when a man wears diamonds. He goes, looks like you got the Liberace variation.
Just shut you down.
I was just like, fuck.
Have I been smart with all the money I made? If I made $100 in a day, I spent 99 of it. I have nothing left.
You're too busy putting a fucking Ferrari engine in a BMW and then wrapping it around a telephone pole. That's what he did with his money.
With the money I made from the movie, because, yeah. I bought like a house.
Yeah.
I'm still paying it off, though.
No, I mean, I got a house, you know, I bought a house.
You bought Johnny Cash's cabin.
I bought a cabin from Johnny Cash.
The most ridiculous thing I spent with my money is a purple Lamborghini.
You painted it purple.
It was a $20,000 paint job.
I know.
But it is nice.
It is a nice purple.
I guess Johnny Cash's cabin would be your most.
Or Johnny Cash's knife.
If the term the money burning a hole in your pocket has ever applied to anyone, it's me. So like when I get the money, I spend it all, but I never buy anything big and cool. I will buy like 8 million things this big that are shitty. And so now I have this, I'm just living this fucking litter pile of shit and I'm broke.
That sucks.
Yeah, laugh it up, but it's true.
We pretty much spent all our money. All we really have left as a souvenir from our fame is a bunch of STDs.
A bunch of fake teeth and STDs. And herpes, you know, it's like whatever. It's kind of like being on the rag, right?
No.
Like whatever, you know. It's only like a week out of each month or something, right?
Oh, since Jackass, I've just been working in Hollywood, working on movies. Right now, I'm producing, and I wrote a movie that we sold to National Lampoon called TV the Movie. It's a sketch comedy movie, kind of like a Kentucky Fried Movie. Just a series of sketches put together, kind of like you're sitting and watching TV all day.
I did a T-Mobile commercial with Snoop Dogg and Paris Hilton, which was pretty good.
I said no to a right guard commercial, and then they told me that T. Owens from the Eagles was going to be in it, and everybody in Philadelphia was like, you're a fucking idiot if you don't do it. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. So I did it. I like it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I hear it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm proud of you.
I have 3 movies coming out soon. I did a Fairley Brothers thing called The Ringer. I did The Dukes of Hazzard, comes out in the summer, and a thing called Daltrey Calhoun. And I took a little bitty small part in Lords of Dogtown.
I'm working on a new show, kind of that I helped, or I wrote and stuff. It's a straight show.
but it's on Fuel, that network. It's a sports comedy show. And I did that movie Grind, which was a skateboard flop, somehow.
We're just trying to milk the last possible drop out of Jackass, you know, that we can. And
Yeah, we're
other
doing
than
little
that-
appearances at cafes and
Yeah,
stuff.
other than that, we're
you
really
know.
at the tail end of our
Former
careers.
Jackass stars.
He just wrapped his fucking car around the telephone pole and then he has to hop on a plane to come here. You're an idiot.
I was sitting on the set of Charlie's Angels for like 10 weeks. I'm barely in the movie. My main part was to be the guy in the strip club to get lap danced by Drew Barrymore and Lucy Liu. And it was so stupid. I'm just like sitting there for 8 hours, like getting my face
It
rubbed in
pissed me off,
Drew
man. I wanted my
Barrymore's boobs.
$9 back, dude. I went to go see you, dude.
How'd I get here? Oh yeah, I went and saw the movie too. I was not impressed.
We've been shooting Wild Boys, and we're actually shooting our 4th season. And we just got back from Argentina, and we were blessed with Mr. Knoxville's presence.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the fuck up and get out of here.
Get out of where? How does that even happen? That's the rug. Hey, why don't you turn the light off in your room?
Why don't you get the fuck out of my room?
You got a big ass room, dude.
Look, motherfuckers, I ain't your fucking folly. Get out of my fucking room. Leave me the fuck alone and go to sleep. I'll jerk the fucking camera out of your hand.
I'm not holding it.
Hey, dude, I'm just saying he peed. I won't mess with you, man. I love you. Nice to look. Don't let that money. And that's you there. You need to go to your room. If you're not only on that blanket, not on you. That's your pee. You need to find your room. This is what you used to feel. Yeah.
It was a little hard for me to watch that footage.
Yeah, so he's been keeping it real. We've all been keeping it real.
Keeping it real. Drunk.
Last question. What's the best thing to come out of this whole Jackass experience?
That's gonna be a tough one to think about.
Oh yeah, wait. Is bitterness a good thing?
We didn't get paid dick for the first season of Jackass. So they left me broke and unemployed, you know, and famous. Fucking assholes, you know?
I figure if you have an ass like this, it would be a crime not to show it on television. I learned a lesson recently. Darf no good. 1 day worth of work was like $200,000. And then I just did it again.
Danger Aaron's not actually very dangerous. He's kind of a pussy, you know?
I can't do it right now. I have to be around him more.
While filming this box set, we've been looking at ourselves like during the beginning of Jackass filming, and I have to admit we do look a lot younger.
Orlando.
Paybacks are a bitch.
And if you don't like us or what we stand for, you. Your grandchildren are gonna love us. Yes, yes, yes. They won't even know you.
What is Johnny's most annoying habit?
Drinking.
I'll just say that this horse is dead. Let's quit beating it and end this fucking nightmare.
Seriously, it's like we have to remember from back then.
The horse is dead and we're dragging it behind the truck. No worries.